Ciao y'all, it's fall break. I'm in the glorious city of London for the break. I decided that since this is the halfway point of my experience at the Accademia dell'Arte, that I would reflect and just have a nice little talk with you guys. One thing that's been really awesome is having professors from literally all over the world. I am learning Commedia dell'Arte in Italy, the birthplace of Commedia, from real Italian actors. I have a movement teacher from Germany. I have a voice teacher who I like to call pseudo-European. My philosophy teacher is from Serbia. Finally, my Italian professor is, you guessed it, Italian. I have a confession to make. I have not been very fearless lately. A couple of weeks ago, we had a new professor come in to teach our Commedia class. She's an intimidating lady. I was really afraid in my classes, and I wouldn't be one of the first people to go for an exercise, and often I would hope that the people in front of me would take so much time that we would have to move on and I wouldn't even have to do the exercise. And I realized I've wasted so much time. And then I was mad at myself because I'm not making the most of this experience. After I had this realization, I renewed my promise to be fearless while I'm here, and I remembered something that a mentor once told me. He told me, give yourself permission. And the way I have taken it and the way I'm bringing it back in my promise to myself to be fearless is I need to give myself permission to experiment. I need to give myself permission to fail horribly. You have to give yourself permission to do that and accept yourself for who you are and not judge yourself. If you give yourself permission to at least try, you can discover really awesome things. In one of my lesser fearless moments, I discovered that I have a really good pantalone. He's an old man. I did an entire class period of exercises just doing the pantalone character, and I loved it. It was so weird. Even though I'm probably never going to play a pantalone character, who knows when I can bring in these interesting physical elements into my theater someday. Here's one thing. When I was really upset with myself, there was actually an open mic night that week at the Accademia. So I saw the sign-up sheet for the open mic and I immediately signed up. And I didn't even know what I was gonna perform, but I just put my name down. Then the day of, I went online and I found a Shakespeare monologue that I memorized some odd years ago, and I brushed it up and I performed it. Having that thrill of performance without actually having to put on a full-blown production has made me just go I want to do everything. I've written poems and I want to finish my poems and I want to perform them. I want to relearn more Shakespeare monologues and learn new ones and I want to perform them. So what I'm going to tell you, give yourself permission to experiment in the classroom, and if there's an opportunity to perform, do it. Since I got that first little jolt of get out there and perform, I don't want to stop. And it's like the spark has been reignited in me all over again. And it's so great. Finally, I will explain to you a phrase that I've learned in Italian. It is va bene. 2 words, va bene. Va, which is a verb, and then bene means good. So va bene, it's good. Or how I like to translate it, it's all good. So you miss the train, va bene. You trip walking up the hill back home, va bene. Kind of like YOLO, but nicer. I will leave you with that. Experiment, don't be afraid to fail, perform when you can, and love what you're doing. And va bene. A presto! See you later.